So,
Guess I have to figure out how to splice it.
going back to talking points, it really is a mindset. I mean, that's what we do. While he's figuring that out.
Go ahead.
So again, it's a mindset, community involvement, getting out there, meeting people. And the main thing here is never stop learning. Because if you stop learning, you need to continue. You know, that person that, in my opinion, has absolutely nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with being interested, being passionate, and continue to learn. You know, and if you're doing that, you're going to rock it. If you get complacent, I don't know. So I put some resources, things that you might want to care about. So CTFs, right? There's a lot of really good CTFs out there, and CTFs are a great way to force you to learn new things that you didn't know. I do at least a few CTFs every year. I write a CTF every year for the Hack and Flagging Chili Cook-Off. Him and I have done CTFs together. Also, when you win CTFs, people kind of pay attention to that and say, man, I want to hire that guy. Or that girl.
Especially at DEF CON.
Yeah. Well, I mean, personally, I don't think I would get far in DEF CON CTF.
Second place. I'm just saying.
Good for you.
Second place.
Did you get the pen that you want?
The majority of the game. Second place, but he didn't have a partner until like the last day. So like HackMiami's team.
Okay, you don't have to be like that guy, but
Go ahead.
But you could be. You started somewhere.
you have to start somewhere. And ctftime.org is a website that basically has a calendar of all the different CTFs that are out there. There's always a CTF happening. Somewhere around the world. Always. On the internet.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Like, always. Now there's a couple CTFs in particular that I think are good entry-level ones. SANS does, they just did something called PringleCon. It's an online, like you can chat with people, leave a little character, walk around, and they have different levels of difficulty. Some are just like the terminal challenge. You can pop into a terminal and it's like, hey, how do I escape out of this text editor? Yeah, but some people don't know how to do that. But some of them, it progressively gets harder and harder. But now the thing is, when you do CTFs, you're going to realize that there's different types of questions, like reverse engineering, or there's web application assessment. And when I first started doing CTFs, I just got lost. Completely and utterly lost. He wrote a really good CTF, the packet capture one.
Capture the packet, yeah.
Capture the packet, which just happened. Rod, also from HackMiami, he does multiple CTFs throughout the year. We do CTFs here at HackMiami.
There's a lot of online practice CTFs that you could do.
We have one before DEF CON. We have a CTP 101, capture the packet 101, right before DEF CON. In case you want to.
Oh, I think I'm doing that talk too.
So really, if you want to sharpen your skills, or even start, if you have that background knowledge, and, you know, some of the questions might even be like recon. You know, being able to go down and Google and find this guy, and you know, maybe there are questions like that on some of these CTFs. It just depends on the category. Let's see, Hacker Playbook. That's a good book. Cool book. They're in the 3rd version right now. I think I have a 2nd version, but it's an overall good book. It tells you about different techniques and tools and things. It's worth looking at. Then there's the RTFM, so that's the Red Team Field Manual. And then there's also the BTFM, which is the Blue Team Field Manual. And then there's like also a 3rd. There's the
Gray Team.
something like that. No, I mean Purple Team. So there's the Red Team, which is your offensive. The Blue Team, which is your defensive. And then there's, if you take those two colors and put them together, purple teaming. Purple teaming is your red team did something the blue team may or may not have caught them, and then it's that process of getting those two teams together and talking and saying, hey, you know, we can walk through this differently, and actually coming up after these exercises and kind of talking about what the attack was and maybe things that they might have missed or things that they did good. And then Code Academy, learn Python. It's free.
Yeah.
You know, and these 3 books are probably like $30 a piece. You know.
There's also, like, if you want to learn Python, there's
there's a HackMiami presentation coming up.
There's a HackMiami presentation coming up, but also here, if you're in Broward or in Dade County, you have lynda.com. There's a lot of Lynda. There's Lydia.
So, like libraries, sometimes will give you access to some of these resources.
Yeah, a lot of video resources online from the library itself, where you could actually do some video learning for programming or anything. They have like a bunch of stuff on that website, from programming to hacking, and even I think they even have maybe a CEA, Certified Ethical Hacker course on lynda.com or something.
Really,
Lynda or Lydia? Yeah.
I mean, there's like the Code Academy, then there's what's that? Yeah, there's like what? No, there's there's like the MOOCs or whatever it is. It's like stuff like that. Yeah. There's a lot of good websites that have even like programming classes online, completely free. Yeah, Cyberary. Cyberary.it.
Yeah, there's Cyberary. There's open source security training as well, which has reverse engineering videos. So and C video.
There's also like there's people that aggregate all the conference talks together.
Yeah, it's
like an iron.
Infocon.org. As an aggregator.
There's a lot of resources that are completely free and available. Make the time, you know, carve out a couple hours every weekend and pick something you want to do and go for it. Because when you spend the whole time each week building towards a goal, you will eventually have that goal. Whether it's like me right now and maybe I'm going to do my CISSP, because people apparently like those letters. And the different domains that we were talking about, yeah.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, it's great to start with a project and have a goal in mind, something that you're trying to do, because otherwise the resources will just.
Yeah, I mean,
there are so many.
There's a million resources out there that are completely free. There's a lot of different things, but if you pick something that you have a goal and you try to get to that goal, you're going to have to look up specific resources. And I think that's why CTFs are cool, because some of the CTFs, especially the more beginner ones, might force you just to pick up a tool like Wireshark and start opening up a packet capture and like trying to look at things. And the more you do that, you're just going to start to notice patterns or learn things that you would have otherwise, like, nobody forced you to use Wireshark. Maybe you don't use it at work every day or use it, but CTFs force you to learn new tools.
Or break tools.
Oh, yeah. So those would kind of be my recommendations. That's really the presentation. So, questions? Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations as far as like using recruiters?
So I actually intentionally left that off this presentation. I thought about including it. There are a lot of really great recruiters out there, and I think that recruiters are something that can definitely benefit you. I don't want to go into specific recruiters because that's, you know, your mileage may vary. But I think so a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like recruiters because they're annoying and whatnot. But no, they can definitely be used as a good tool to get you in front of clients. I mean, you know, many big companies might have even internal recruiters. But, you know, there are many different companies, and some that are small and some that are big. Now, there are probably recruiters out there that may not be working in your best interest. You know, maybe they're trying to steer you towards a job posting that maybe you're not qualified for, or maybe you would succeed in, or maybe that is one that you don't want. But, you know, a successful recruiter would help you find what you're looking for and what you think you're experienced in, and get you in front of those eyes. You know, get you in front of HR to get the interview.
So would you
events, either that they're sponsoring the event or they just happen to be at the event. I would probably say that when you start making personal connections with those recruiters, you get a sense of who is actually trying to actively help people get a job versus people that may just want that paycheck. And I don't know, I don't really have that experience, but I think it's certainly a tool that, is helpful. But, maybe some people are just like, no, they're annoying, like, go away. But I think that, any tool that you can get eyes in front of something. I mean, sometimes when I'm looking for a position to hire, recruiters are great because they help me find people that have the skills that I'm looking for. Because maybe I'm looking for something specific. I need somebody that can do these things. But if I were to be like, hey, HackMiami, I need this. Maybe, I don't know. So, good question.
Yeah, some people, like, we, in our Slack, we post jobs also, but you could always ask, say, hey, does anyone could probably get me a referral for this company? Or is anyone working at this company that could maybe give me a referral?
I got my job through the HackMiami Slack.
Yeah, you see? So I know a lot of people, some people ask me, hey, can you give me the referral link for this position? And, I'll give you the referral link. It doesn't mean you're going to get the job, it just means that you're an inch or a foot closer to getting that interview, or I could say I could vouch for you,
and I mean, really
or that person could vouch for you.
Let's say I'm hiring somebody, right? There's a series of people that I'll reach out to that I probably already think like, man, I know that person would make sense to be on my team. Like, I already have that, kind of in the back here, but maybe they're happy with their current situation, or who knows. But the people that are going to come in organically through my HR, well, I'm sure there's some qualified people that really I would have liked to see their resumes, but maybe HR, they were doing the control F for this particular thing that I listed, like scripting, or, maybe they're trying to match these things up, and that resume got filtered out. They didn't make the cut, but maybe they were somebody that I wanted. Having ways to get around HR and get to the hiring managers and get that visibility, or finding them on the internet, messaging them on Twitter. You want to get your eyes in front, because if you're not even if you don't get that visibility, you're not even in the race.
Yeah. Yeah. So say for instance, if I want to see position for Microsoft, right? I say, hey, I think I know someone in Microsoft in Slack. Maybe just say, hey, could anyone know about this position over here, or or Akamai, or wherever, or whatever, or any other company out there like Amazon. You could always look in advance.
Oh,
I might not know about a particular position because I'm not the one that's hiring for any position over in my company.
And then the other thing you have to think about is then, let's say you do get an interview and you get the job offer, like let's say from Amazon Web Services, you might, through that interview process, say, gee, this might not be for me. Doesn't mean you have to take the job. So just always consider that, So, because it's a two-way process. When you go in for the interview, you're not just being interviewed, you really have a chance to interview them. Because really, you want to know, hey, this company I'm applying for, are we going to connect? Is this somewhere I really want to work? They'll tell you, let's say you work with somewhere that you don't really connect with, well, maybe you're not going to really enjoy the job.
That's another good thing about asking people on Slack.
Oh, yeah.
Ask about company culture, because if you're not going to fit in, why try?
So for me, having been in the InfoSec community for 7 years, you'll have those backroom conversations with people who are like, dude, don't work there.
Yeah.
I know the money's great, but management never lets them do anything, and yeah, you're going to be they hire a lot of really qualified and talented people, but their hands are tied, so again, that goes back to community and being able to kind of learn things and reach out to people. Or, let's say you have a community like HackMiami. I may not know everything about an Nginx particular plugin of something, but I guarantee one of you do. And you know, having that community like a Slack channel of, hey, I don't know this, who knows about this? I'm trying to figure something out.
I know someone in Slack that knows about Nginx, but I don't. I know about Apache.
I know enough to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
But my point is, having those social communities of people that you can reach out to and ask for help. You know, sometimes it just takes a little push. Maybe you're just like stuck on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So again, that goes back to community. So that's how you hack your way into an InfoSec job, or if you're in an InfoSec job now, how you continue to grow your career. Not that I'm a perfect example, but it's, you know, maybe you heard some things that make sense, or maybe you heard me say some things that don't make sense to you. That's completely okay, but I would just say, you know, take those ideas and go with them. That's it.
Any other questions? No?
Yeah, I think it almost is beer o'clock.
Yeah.
So we do, while HackMiami is like, we don't pay for
Thank you,
beer.
YouTube. Bye.